Hello, friends, and welcome back to the shop. Today is Sunday, December 29th, the last Sunday of 2024, the last video I'll make with 2024. And I thought we'd chat a bit about the end of the year and what's coming next year. No resolutions. Don't like resolutions, but we'll talk more about plans. But before we get into that, I need a pipe. I've got my Clafter Savinelli. Thank you, Couch. You're a fine man. And I am going to finish up, I hope, my 2023 blend. I got probably a little bit more than a bowl left there, but what I'll do is if this doesn't finish it, and this is a large bowl pipe, I will take the remainder and mix it in with some Haunted Bookshop and smoke it later today. Because I got to finish it. Well, I'm assuming I have left in a bowl. You know what I mean. Because I got to finish it before the end of the year so that I can put the 2024 blend into here, so that I can start the 2025 blend. Otherwise, I don't know. I think bad things will happen. I'm going to load this up. If you've not seen this before and you don't know what I'm talking about, I take a bowl's worth of any tobacco that I enjoy during the year, as long as it's not one of my standard rotation blends, and it can't be Latakia or aromatic. Those are the rules. And that goes into the jar, and then I smoke it the following year. And it's been a lot of fun. I've been doing this for, I think this will be my, if not my 5th year, it's definitely my 4th year coming up of doing this. And I really enjoy it, and it's vastly superior to the idea of just put everything in a jar or put the stuff you don't like in a jar. That never works out. But this has been pretty consistently good. Oh, I still have a fair amount left. Okay, I got work to do. But this is the last time you'll see me smoke the 2023 blend. And what's really fun about it for me is most of what I smoke in my standard rotation is very burley forward, where the things that I try tend to be more Virginia forward. So this winds up being a really nice Virginia Perique, little bit of burley kind of blend. Very different from my everyday smokes, and it makes a really nice occasional treat. So your mileage may vary, as the kids say. Furnace is coming on. Sound's going to get bad. Nothing I can do about it. It's going to sound like I'm underwater. But I did get the audio filters working in time for the Friday live stream, so I'm happy about that. If you don't know the story, I'll tell you. So one of the things, I hope the audio filters are working. I think they're working. One of the things that I did over the past couple of days was break my computer. I'm sorry, I'm actually going to check the filters just to make sure. They look right. Okay. Yeah, one of the things I did over the past couple of days was break my computer. And it was my fault. I screwed up the operating system update, and I've been planning to switch to a new one anyway, and this kind of forced me to do it. The old one is going to come back to life. I gotta have time to fix it. But it took me 2 days to get this set up to the point where I could actually do this kind of a recording with it. It's a new version of OBS, and everything's different. Such is life. So it's a good time to reflect on the past year, and I did that pretty extensively in my blog post. If you haven't seen that, you can get to it from my website, canerodpipes.com, or you can look for a post that I made recently on YouTube that links to it, or check out Instagram or Facebook, because I put links there as well. Or search for Cane Rod Pipes blog under Google. It'll probably turn up. It's called 2024 Holiday Message. I do this every year. It's kind of my Christmas card to the YouTube community. And, I talked a lot about this past year and the fact that this past year has been a rough one, not just for me, but for a lot of people I know. And I'm not sure why. I mean, part of it is economy and, that kind of stuff. There's been a lot of people losing jobs, not able to find jobs, paying high prices and everything, and that's all been bad. And hopefully relief for that is coming very soon. But also there's been a lot of people with health issues themselves, sick family members, people passing away. It's been a rough year for some reason. I was talking to a friend of mine about this, and he said, well, that's to be expected because you're getting older. So the people you know are older, and they're having more of the, I don't know. I don't know about that. Still using my Christmas tamper because I can. I believe the holidays start on Halloween and they end on January 2nd-ish. Something I look forward to every year. And unfortunately, this year has been a rough one, even the holiday season. So, yeah, but I think we're looking to better times, and that's a good thing. I think that for a number of reasons. One is, in many cases, it can get worse. Another is that I do think January 20th is going to bring some very positive change, and hopefully we'll get back to reality. And I, in my personal life here, have seen some pretty good shifts towards the better. So that's a good thing. Shop-wise, the organization is actually happening, and I'm pretty excited about it. I'm starting to now organize my wood. Doesn't sound like a big deal, but I've got a lot of like scraps of wood that I look at them and I say, oh, I could use that for something. That could be a tamper or something. And I'll throw it into a box or a bin. And I had 3 boxes of wood that I went through, and anything that I thought might make a tamper or a pen or something like that, I cut into pen blank size, and that's all stacked up on a shelf now. Anything that I looked at and said, I don't need this. I don't know when I'm ever going to use this. I threw it away. I've got a few pieces, small pieces where it's like really highly figured cherry, and I thought, well, maybe that'll be used for something. So I've got a couple of pieces of wood like that. But most of what I've got left now is either large stuff that can be used to make something or small turning blanks. I also have a lot of like pieces of 2x4 that I save because they're often useful for making little shop implements. Like this is a good example. It's just a series of holes of different sizes that I can clamp in my vise here, and I can stick a stem in to the one that it fits, and I can work on the stem. So those kind of things, pieces of 2x4 come in handy. And also, if I'm bored, I can throw it on the lathe and practice some cuts with it and whatnot. So yeah, it's okay to keep those. But anyway, I've taken care of that. I cleaned out a section over on that side that had a bunch of junk accumulated in it, and it's big enough that I can put my sheet goods in there. I don't have a lot of like plywood and stuff, but I've got some of it, and it'll be nice to just have a place to stick that, not have to worry about it. And next step is to start to work on that wall, which I know you can't see, but it's a mess. It's got my peg. That's the wall that you used to look at if you're a longtime viewer, and I used to do my videos in front of a pegboard. That's the wall that I got to deal with next. And I think the pegboard's going to go away because it's not a very efficient way of organizing things. So I think shop-wise, things are really looking good right now. And what I'm planning for 2025, and again, not resolutions, just plans here, is I'd like to start to make some more content where I'm doing maybe a couple of pipe restorations, things that are really interesting, because I've done just about everything that I can do in pipe restoration on video. Maybe do a pipe making video. I want to do some more woodworking, tool restoration type things, and I actually have a separate YouTube channel that I can put that on. I haven't put anything on it yet, but I saved it when I made an Instagram account and stuff. That's a long story. I probably will cross post, so I'll put the video here and there for a bit and see if you like it. Try to send you to that other site, because I think it's going to be completely non-pipe related, but doing things that I enjoy doing, maybe just repairing a piece of furniture, or maybe making a ukulele, which I haven't done in a long time, but I would like to. I got one half made that I'd like to finish, and I thought that might be a fun sort of promotional thing for the channel. Is for a woodworking channel. Is I'll make a ukulele and do it as a giveaway at the end. So do a series of videos, the making of the ukulele, and then at the end have some way to give it away to one of the viewers. I definitely want to do some more hands work on this channel though. Maybe pipe restoration, maybe some instructional videos on like packing or something like that. Maybe some more tamper making. Definitely some lighter restoration. I'm sorry, Michael. My buddy Michael Case sent me a lighter. It's got to be 4 years ago now that I was going to just spruce up, and he even sent me the parts that I need for it, and it's been sitting in a drawer for all these years. I just have never had the time to get to it. But, and mostly because I've never had a clear bench to get to it. However, I cleaned my bench. I mean, it doesn't look it because I got all these things on it, but these are just pipes and stuff. And my sister-in-law gave me that a couple of years ago. I finally got it out and put it out. I have no idea what it's supposed to be. You'd think it would be a planter, but this is actually hollow up in here, which seems bad for a planter. I don't know what it is, but it's fun. My sister-in-law, I love when her and my wife go to Leaf and Bean in Pittsburgh, because my wife will say, oh, let me go in and buy 2 cigars for Mike. And the sister-in-law just starts saying, oh, you want one of these too? And neither one of them know anything about cigars. But I'll get like a bag of 20, 30 cigars. If my wife goes, I get 2. So I like when they both go. So anyway, she's pretty good to me. Well, looking out for things like that. It's nice to have somebody looking out for you when pipe related pottery shows up. I don't know. So yeah, got plans for content and shop related stuff, and I'm happy about that. I'm happy that I'm getting to the point where I can do it. I might need a new camera, and this is something I'm thinking about seriously, because I also would like to do some fly tying videos. These are plans, and the reason I'm stressing that is there's only 24 hours in a day, and I know I'm not good at this kind of stuff. Well, I'm good at it. I'm not good at balancing the time so that I have the time to do everything, because once I start tying flies, I want to do nothing but tie flies, and then everything else kind of goes to heck. So hopefully we'll be able to balance that. We'll be able to get a little bit of all those things done, and that would make me happy. So those are plans. Out beyond the shop, work is still work, and hopefully will continue to be so for a couple more years. Retirement is approaching. I'm only 58, so I still have time. And the job is getting more stressful, which is not good. So I'd like to maybe do an early retirement and do something else for a while. My wife is very leery of that, but I think we could do it. We'll see. And I don't know what something else is. Family-wise, my brother is still pretty sick, and they still don't know what the heck's wrong with him. And they're having some issues up in Vermont with their house, electricity and stuff like that. And this has become a nightmare that I'm dealing with. I don't want to go into the details, but there's a lot going on up in Vermont that I have to sort out and try to help them out. So that's taking a lot of time and a lot of sort of emotional energy. I'm looking forward to spending more time with my wife. She was gone for a lot of the time last year, probably about 6 months out of the year. She wasn't here. She's still going to be going to Pittsburgh a lot because she's got to, help out her mom, and I want her to spend time with her mom and everything. But it's not going to be like it used to be, like, months, which was hard. Not hard, but, well, I missed her, And she came back. She wasn't here for Christmas, and I told her yesterday. I said, I really, it didn't feel like Christmas. And it's funny because she's gone to Pittsburgh for Christmas before, but it's usually been like, we'd have the time to get up the decorations and everything, and we'd have a little Christmas dinner like before she left or when she came back, and it still felt right. But this year, because of everything else going on, we got some lights up on the shrubs outside, and we planned to put up other stuff, and that was it. We didn't do any Christmas decorating except for those lights, uh, which annoys me because that means I'm going to have to go out there. She won't take them down until uh, middle of January usually, and it'll be cold, and I'll have to. And she uses twist ties because you gotta hide the wires, and so I'm going to be out there in freezing weather, untwist tying these lights, and yeah, but she's happy so. But yeah, it just didn't, in that sense, it just didn't feel like Christmas because she wasn't here and we didn't do the things we normally do. No fault. I mean, we both had a lot going on, but hopefully 2025 won't be like that. Hopefully we'll be able to do more things like that. Um, find movies we both want to watch. I can't remember the last time we watched a movie together. Can't remember the last time we went to a movie. And, but that's partly because there just aren't any movies we like. Although I really want to see Nosferatu. Uh, and she will not go see Nosferatu with me. Friend of mine, I talked to him last night. He wants to see it. And, my first thought was, oh, great. I still got a week off before I have to go back to work. So we'll get together one day and do it. And then I started thinking about all the things I want to do here. And it's funny, I'm getting so selfish with time. I'm hoarding time. Like any time away from getting these kind of things done is painful to me. And I'd rather wait until the movie comes out on video or Netflix or whatever than take a day out of time that I could be here in the shop getting this stuff organized or could be doing something with my wife. Yeah, and that's not good because, I like friends and I like doing things like that too. But it just, time is going so quickly. So one of the plans I'd like to have for 2025 is to just slow down a bit and try to be more, I hate to use this phrase, but more in the present moment. I know it's very new agey and whatnot, but mindfulness and all that, but that slows down time. It really does. And instead of trying to do 16 things in the day and just jumping from one to the next and all that, maybe just have a goal of one thing that day and really focus on it. And maybe that'll make me feel less like time is passing me by. Oh, I started talking about a camera. I'm thinking about getting a fancy camera where you can switch the lenses out. And I know nothing about cameras. I already talked to my buddy Phil Rivera, who knows a lot about cameras, and he gave me some suggestions. And I need to research it more because these aren't cheap. But it's okay because it's something I would use a lot. So I can use it for taking pictures of flies. I want something where I can put essentially a macro lens on it so that I can get a really good detailed picture of the fly, so that I can set it up and record the fly being tied and actually have it in focus and large rather than blurry and large. But also be good enough that I could set it up on a tripod and maybe film myself making a dovetail or something. I don't know. Sorry, my phone is buzzing. So, got to research that. And if anybody has any suggestions, please put them down in the comments. I'll take all suggestions at this point and need to do my homework. So, yeah. So in that way, one of the plans is to just make more videos for you guys, spend more time with you as well. The live streams are great, and I really enjoy that, and I love the interactions that we have here in the comments. I'd like to watch more, and that's been very difficult this year. When I was talking to my buddy Armchair Piper the other day, he asked me if I saw one, and I'm like, I don't think I've watched a pipe video in a long time. Part of the problem is when I want to watch pipe videos, I want to sort of smoke a pipe and sort of have almost like I'm sitting in a pipe shop with somebody. I don't want to just have it on in the background, and so I'll watch a lot of videos while I'm doing other things. I guess I'm not watching them, I'm like listening to them, occasionally glancing at them. But I don't usually do that with pipe videos because I want to engage with that, and it's just the time hasn't been there. So maybe that's a plan as well, is to spend more time with you guys that are making videos. Also with folks that are commenting, most of my response to comments now are a heart and a thumbs up. I just don't have the time to respond. I read them. I read every single one of them. And occasionally I'll respond to one that either I think requires a response, like somebody asks a question. I'll always respond to those. Or somebody makes a comment that is either particularly pertinent, different point of view, adding to it, or sometimes just making me laugh. So, but a lot of them just get a hearts and a thumbs up because I want you to know that I saw it and that I did read it. Yeah, this is a wonderful community and I'm blessed to be a part of it. And I think that it's something that we all need to cultivate and be careful with and keep strong, So watch other people's videos, hit the thumbs up, make a comment. It helps the algorithm find them. So when other people are looking for pipe videos, it'll pop up. And that's why I talk about, like during the live streams, I'll say, please hit the thumbs up. I'm not one of these, like and subscribe and hit the thumbs up and notification. I don't like doing that stuff. When people do that, I just tune it out. I don't even think about it. I will hit the thumbs up button on a non-pipe related video if it's like really, really good. Something really surprising to me. If it's a pipe related video, I'll hit the thumbs up every time just because I want that algorithm to find those videos and make the YouTube pipe community larger. Let people see not just the bubble that they're in, but the other stuff that's going on in the pipe world. I think it's important to do that. So I guess I'll make a 2025 challenge to you. I'll try to execute my plans, and we'll see how it goes. But my challenge to you is try to develop the habit of hitting that thumbs up button on every video you watch. It doesn't take time. It doesn't take any time at all. Unless for some reason the video is highly offensive to you, give it a thumbs up. I can't imagine a pipe video being highly offensive, but I don't know. Sometimes those 7LE people get really upset when somebody... I'm smoking 7LE now, so I shouldn't even make that joke. Anyway, I think I'm going to wrap this up. This has been a very rambly chat, I know. But I get retrospective this time of year, and there you have it. So if you haven't read my holiday message, I encourage you to do it. I'll put a link below to it as well, just so it's easy for you to find. I get nothing. It's not like I'm trying to drive traffic or anything. This blog is just whenever I feel like it, I'll put something up. And actually, this is the only thing I wrote in 2024. The previous blog post is my 2023 holiday message. So, it's not a big deal. But if you want to follow it, you'll get notifications when I do put something up. And I'm probably going to be doing a bit of tool stuff and maybe some pipe stuff on there. It's usually a bit redundant with what I do here, to be honest, but I do it just as a way of documenting things sometimes. So yeah, take a look at that, and just because they're thoughts and wishes I want to share with you all. And have a happy New Year. Go out, enjoy yourself. Be careful driving, because crazy people drive on New Year's. I know you wouldn't drive inebriated, but a lot of other people will, so you got to be careful with that. But have a great New Year's. Enjoy your New Year's Eve, and look forward to a better 2025, because I know for every single one of us that's possible. In some cases it'll just happen, in some cases we got to make it happen, but let's do everything we can to make it happen. Be good to one another, take care of yourself, and we will speak again in the new year. Goodbye.